So okay, this is part 2. So we looked at the harness, how it arrives in the box, etc. And we're going on for there and fitting it to the pony. So this is Toffee, lovely little pony, nice, real nice kind pony. Lovely little boy. Chestnut's a nice colour to use. White's a bit glary, you know, white or grey horse, light coloured horse. And the black one's no good. And the bay sometimes is a bit awkward. I know, my darling. That's it. So, you know, they're a bit awkward to see, but chestnut's just nice. So, just mention this. You see us use these collars. A lot of people ask us why. Well, we're going to fit a set of harness when we've got a young horse in and we want to put the bridle on for the first time, that general handling of him. Yeah, it's nice to have his head completely clear, no head collar. I know people say to me, well, all you do is undo it, drop it down, buckle it up again round here and leave it hanging down here. No good. If they put their head down, paw the ground while you're doing it, they can put their foot through the head collar. It's a bad thing. It has happened to me. Next thing to say to you as well is they can slip it off over their head. This is, you know, not tight. It's got plenty of room to put my fist in there. Look, you know, there's plenty of room, but it's just on there, reasonably snug fitting, and it'll hold him there should he pull back or anything like that. And being a nice big wide strap won't hurt him, won't wrench him behind the neck. So that's why we use those. So what goes on first? Breast collar. So if I get the breast collar over, you know, when we put this together, before we had it buckled up here, these two straps went into them two buckles, and that was our breast collar. I've now undone it like this. Yep. And I'm going to put my hand over his neck, put that through, over, and do it up. All I'm going to do for the moment is just put that on the first hole. That's all I'm doing. I don't need to do any more than that. We're just putting it on him. We're not fitting it as yet. So you can see that's where that fits on there. You want the mane. It's important to lay that mane underneath comfortable. You wouldn't want it on your hair, you know, where it was, you know, all getting knotted up. So we're not worried just for a minute as to where that collar fits, you know, the height of it, etc. There's a good boy. You know, where we want it to be. So that's it. Now what I'm going to do is put the traces on. Lots of people do this different, but you don't want to take the traces off every time you put, you know, the pony too. So what we do, we get these traces here. All right, my darling. What I'm going to do is just poke them through. There. So what I've done is basically put them in around about the middle hole. We've got 4 behind and 2 in front. I can go there if I want to and have 3 either way. Yeah, as that. So we're just going to put that there for now. I'm not going to bother putting it in the keepers. We don't need to do that at this moment in time. I can have a look here and know that that's going to be about the right length for what I want. Yep. Now what I do, everybody does it different, and I don't want to argue which way was right or wrong. For me, I do this. I roll it around my hand like this. Yep. And then put the end through the same way as my hand was, yeah? Now that'll hang there like that. It doesn't drag on the ground. You're not going to have the all stand on it, walk forward, rip the buckles or do anything like that, yeah? So I'm just going to go the other side now and do the same. Oh, my darling baby. So you can see I've done exactly the same there. So that won't fall down, do you see? Now, here at Allstrawn, we put the harness on all in one, because obviously we couldn't mess around like this doing it. So the whole harness stays together and goes on in one. This is a basic set of harness. You can have extras put on it, bits and pieces, but basically it's very good. It's a basic set, but it works. So nicely padded here, which I like to see, and padded here, waffle built into the collar. Yeah. So what we're looking for now is where this fits. Let's just put my pony back over the other side. Come over, my darling. So what we're looking for, how do we fit the collar? Where does the collar go? Where does it lie? Well, if I move this collar up here first, yeah, and you run your finger down here, there's a point there, yeah, where that bone is prominent in front of everything else. The collar is going to sit directly above that. So if I bring this back into place, look at my collar, hold it up in place, I can say, yep, okay, I need to take that up. So I'm going to take it up and leave one hole spare. Now, finite adjustment can be done in a minute. I'm just going to leave him there, go to the other side and do the same thing. Now, this is not finite adjustment, this is the first adjustment. So it's there, his head's roughly in the right place, and you can see here, there's the point, and the collar's sitting just on there, like that, yeah? The reason we do that is so that here, we can put our hand down, here, comfortably, even when the horse is in draft, which I'll show you later when we fix on the third film, when we put him to the cart. So basically we're all right there. I'm happy with that for now. If you go up to the next level of harness, you would have a martingale coming down here, etc. Not needed. So as I say, this is a basic set, but out of the sets that are available, very good. That's my darling, there's a good boy. So the next thing we're going to do is put the pad on. Now if you remember on the last film, we put the pad and the breeching all together. There it is there, all together, yeah? So we're going to put that over his back for a minute. Put this round here, there's a good boy. And we're going to put that across there. So again, we're not doing any finite adjustment at all. We're not doing anything that is going to be the last adjustment. This is just to get it somewhere right for now. Okay, so we can see here, obviously this is not going to fit around his towel, so we know we've got to adjust that. But what we're going to do first is do this girth up. So remember now, we've got the tug on here, the quick release tug is going through here and this one, these two, right, and then it's going to buckle into here. So we can do that now. Just put it on the first or second hole, because we want this to sit underneath him like that. So we don't want the buckle pulled tight in here, and we don't want it too forward there. We want to keep it roughly in the place it is now. So we're going to put that down. I'm going to go around the other side and just do that up. So now that's in place. This is in place. We're starting to get somewhere. Coming along here now, this is not going to go round his dock. That's obvious it's not going to make it. So I'm going to work this side so you can see nicely with this sunlight. So I'm going to open that up, let it out. I'm going to move it back there, just to the... What I like about this harness, as I said to you before, there's lots of room here to put more holes. This side we can put more. I mean, for instance, we can go to there and we can still have it in two keepers. Can you see? But if we need it very short and we need holes way up here, right up there, we can use all four keepers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the strap's long enough. As I say, with this particular company, you can phone them up when you order it and they will say, really, you want a cob size one, your pony's extra long. So they'll do that sort of thing. So I'm just going to pull that out there. And that's all lovely, right? We're going to undo this. You've got two buckles here and you've got two adjustments. Can you see there? Two holes. So we're going to buckle that one up in the first, because we want to make this as long as possible. So we've gained another inch there, right? Now we're going to lift the towel. It's very important when you do this. If you look at the skin under the towel here, it's very, very soft, like the skin on your face or the back of your hand. It's not hard, like your palm of your hand. It's like this skin, very fine. And what we want to do is fit that there, comfortable. Get your little towel down quietly, yeah? And make sure we haven't got any hair in there. That's important. This hair can be quite coarse. If it's matted up inside there and this is jig jogging along as you're going down the road, can make them sore. So always make sure that's out. What I do personally, is I'll leave these up for a minute until we adjust it finally. But what I do personally is I put, oh my darling, I put a little bit of Sudocrem under his towel occasionally. These towels are nice, you've got a nice waffle pad in there. Can you see here, look, nice. This is, sorry, not waffle pad, and this is leather, actual leather. I love it, the fact that they put leather on this rather than plastic, because this is leather against his skin. There's no hair protection between the two. It's directly in on this skin, yeah? So that goes up there, lovely. Now you can put a nice bit of neat's foot oil on there, always keep it soft, always keep it clean. So then we're going to come along here, and we're going to take this up now, and we're going to do this buckle up there. Now, here we've hit our first problem, right? Not a problem exactly, but if we do it up to the first hole, yeah, which is there, I mean, we have hole punches here for adjusting this. So he didn't want a cob size because that had been way too big, yeah? We're in 2 holes here at least. So we've got 2 options. One, we can add here, right, a parrot clip, one that opens like this. You can fit here, comes with some harness. You can fit on there, which will gain us, will bring this strap back, because you'll have the clip here between that little square there, and then the clip maybe 2 inches long. That might be enough. But also what we have here is hole punch to take care of this, yeah? Now when you punch hole in, you can buy hole punches, there's all sorts of different ones. We got a very, very old one that's still working perfectly well. But what we want to achieve is this. We want to be able to put a fist there without lifting that towel. Can you see? So when I've done that, I lifted that towel. So that's no good. So if we take that off, I can know where I want the hole to be. It's about 3 up there. That will still give me 2 in the keepers, and it'll end here nice and neat and tidy. It won't be flapping about like this, you know. It'll be there nice, right? So that's where I want to be. So I look at this and I say, right, he's not going to get any longer. His age is not going to let it get any longer. And even if he got a little fatter, it wouldn't make that much difference. Not up on the top of his back. You can always feel their spine, and that's where it's going to lay, across the top of the spine. So undo that there. And I'm just going to take it in and make a couple of holes. So if you look here at the holes I've got, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to make 10 holes coming this way. So I've got a little bit more adjustment. That's going to take me 2 seconds to do. I'll just break off for a second and go and do that. I'll take you in there and show you, but the punch is inside. It'd be too dark for filming, so we just go and do that. So as you can see now, if we come in close here, yeah, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we've got 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've got plenty now. Right? So we just put our keeper. This is a running keeper. The idea of this will become obvious in a minute. So we're going to put that up there, bring it through the keeper, the running keeper. Yep. We slide that up there, behind there, you see, keeps it tidy. And we put all this back on as we had it before. Yep. And now we can come back there. And we should be able to come about here. So run that up there, that locks it in that place. It doesn't lock it there, it just keeps it tidy from flapping open, yeah? And then we've got this here. I'll take his towel, remember? Always do this. Take a little bit of time to do this, please, because this hair, this pony's hair is very, very soft. Like a young lady's hair, you know, ever so soft. Yeah? You get another one's very coarse. And they're the ones that can make a towel sore. So lift it up there, get it nice and comfortable. Put this in up there on the first hole, and that's it. So I'll just do a bit of finite adjustment now. So when I do this now, if you look here, right, when I put this up, the towel's still down, the fist is there, so it's nice. While I'm doing this, I'm just going to give him one more. This stuff is biothane. When people say, is it any good? Yes, it is. Excellent. And you see there what I said to you before, we're in 3 keepers, so we haven't got anything flopping about that hasn't got somewhere to live. So it's nice, right? So here we've got a nice bit of movement in this, comfortable, it's not too tight, but there is a little bit of give in this, not a great deal, but I suppose over the whole length you might be half an inch or so. So on this particular harness I am going to fit a parrot clip for the young lady should she want it when she comes to get a pony. We've got plenty here, they're not much money, £2-3, £4 at the most, the bigger ones, in stainless steel, so they last forever. We're just going to fit one there. Only reason we're going to do that, unlike us, she won't be putting it on all in one, she won't need to, but if she can take this piece and just clip it and she knows that this is right, that's lovely. So I've just gathered this pony's tail up, putting a bit of tape around it just to hold it temporary. The reason I'm doing that so you can see what I'm doing with the breeching, you know, so the tail's not in the way, because there is a certain amount of controversy how I have it. It all depends on the horse to a certain extent, I suppose, and where you fit in, what they're used to. But basically what you want to be is halfway between the hock here and the dock here, so halfway. So where's halfway? Well, we could measure up here, couldn't we, to there. We know that this is further, so it wants to come up a little bit, but it don't want to come past here. You don't want to come past, don't want to be up here for instance, or there, it wants to be just there. So what we're going to do is, again, take that one up, yep, and go around the other side and take this one up, and I think this is going to bring us roughly where we want to be. Okay, so come over, darling, come over. So you can see there is just about right. Let me just come back here and have a look myself. Yep, more or less. Could go up a tiny bit more, but basically for now I'm going to leave it there. As I say, the finer adjustments will be done when we fit to and do the final bits and pieces. Some people say, which is perfectly true, when you're adjusting it's always best to leave them like that. That's fine, but if you knock this, the buckle comes undone, it can go on the floor, etc., while we're messing about here. So now we've got this right, we can put some more holes here if need be. Another thing I like about this harness, there's enough strap there to do that. You can always remove it if you're never going to swap it from horse to horse. I mean, our harness, you know, is on one horse for its duration here, then it's disinfected and put onto the next horse. Well, obviously there's going to be adjustments, so we're adjusting constantly all the time. But this is coming together now and looking nice. This is a basic set of harness. So I'm just going to bring my seat round here and so I can show you. Stand still, my baby. Boy. Stand still, darling. There's a good lad. So you could have here, for instance, stand still, my darling. Here you could have a trace carrier, which is much like this breeching strap. If we take this up, I'll show you what a trace carrier looks like. I mean, I've got plenty here myself that we could get out and show you, but this is just as easy to demonstrate, yeah? So you'd have a trace carrier, so your trace would come through here and when your horse is standing at rest, yeah, not at work, it would prevent it from hanging down here too low, where he might kick a fly off his belly and end up with his foot this side, yeah. So that's what it's there for, and you can adjust these trace carriers up to here, down to there, whatever suits where your swingle tree is and your pony. This one is a basic set and it doesn't come with them. Now this is what I believe is lovely. This is an exercise set of harness. It's not necessarily for the show ring, perfectly all right for exercise classes, but definitely all right for that. It looks smart actually. So what we could put here, and what I use all the time and I find absolutely perfect for the job, but it doesn't look posh. Of course it doesn't. It doesn't, not in keeping with the thing at all. But if you take a car inner tube, so you've got basically a large elastic band, cut it about 3/4 of an inch for a pony wide, inch for a horse, and you pass it through here and then pass it through itself and pull it down, you've got a nice soft trace carrier which costs nothing, and it's soft and it will stretch an enormous way, so I'm just going to take that down off of there, and I'm just going to nip and get one from our store, and we'll just put one on and show you what it looks like. So this one's not been cut very carefully, as you can see, but basically a big elastic band. If you take this, put it up through here, yeah, come through it itself and come down, you can make that look quite neat there. That's it. Like that, yeah. So that makes a nice carrier, seriously nice carrier. So if we put the trace through there now, so if you go to any tyre fitting place, they'll have hundreds that are in the tubes and be glad to get rid of them, and you can get one that suits your pony size wise. But you see here now, if this catches on anything, yeah, it's very easily to, you know, it'll give. So say you're going up the road and this catches on anything at all, it can pull. Look how much it will pull before the horse is upset or bothered. It will break eventually. The other thing is, these quick releases are here if you're in trouble. They're a quick release. Well, this you wouldn't mind cutting, would you? Because it didn't cost anything. A strap you've got to unbuckle. So I think it's quite a good idea. We use it here. It will be there like that. It doesn't hurt the horse, it doesn't rub the horse, it doesn't do anything. Being black, it looks all right. If you bother cutting it nicely and it's clean, it looks perfectly acceptable as a trace carrier. So it doesn't do anything. Now this pony wants one a bit shorter, so you get a smaller one, just, you know, off a smaller car. But every tyre place would have them, and it just saves a lot of money. They're very good for a lot of things, really. So there you go, that makes a trace carrier. Or you can buy one, Heartland sell them, or you can do the other thing and you know, put one of these on. So you've got two options there basically you can do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a piece of string if you know, but then it looks shabby and spoils the look of your harness. This is not the same as biothane, it's never going to look the same, but it's quiet, it's not obtrusive, and it looks quite acceptable. Let's just say that on the harness. So the only thing we haven't talked about yet is fitting the bridle. I'll just put my trace back up like this. Now I'm just going to mention this. Other people will say, oh no, I wouldn't do that. Well, don't do it then. I'm only telling you what we do here and what I think is acceptable in the right way. On the end of here we put a carabiner. Yep. And that will be through the trace carrier. Just put this back on and show you. So the trace carrier will be here. And that will be through there. And then what we do with the carabiner, we take this and clip it up here. Now that keeps it out of the way, you can see, yeah? Comfortably out of the way of the horse, you know, while you're leading it about and whatever. Just with a carabiner. If we want it any shorter, we just put it over on the other turret that side. So this one that's that side, we put it over there. Then it's up out of the way and nice and easy to get off and do whatever. So that's an idea anyway for you for a trace carrier. The next thing I would say, this is a basic set of harness. I don't want to keep labouring the point, but I'll show you a basic set because it's easy to understand, and we can look in time. We'll make another film. This was requested several times from our YouTube channel. So we've taken a basic set of harness because basically all harness is the same. It's got a breeching, it's got a pad, it's got a collar, it's got a bridle. There's several different makes, and some of them feature different ideas that people have had, different ways of doing things. So we want to look at the basic one so you know how to put on, because they all fit the same, they all do the same job, just that some are more elaborate than others. So for instance, there's a little strap that can come from here to here. This does not have a fitting for that, but the next stage up of a harness would have one on. But you can still do the same thing. You could get a strap from here to here should you want to, that will sit underneath here quite comfortably and won't hurt your little horse. It'll be comfortable. But if I give him this apple, look, baby, wake up. Here, darling, what's that? Oh, yes. And I'll put it down on the ground. You see what happens to the collar? Look, as he's eating, it comes forward, it can slide down, yeah? Now, if it had the strap from there to there, that would retain it back against the pad, wouldn't it? The strap would hold it there, wouldn't prevent him putting his head down. But he'll put his head down again in a minute, and that will slide forward more. We'll put it back where it was. Now, the problem is with that, you've then got the traces round the front for it. It could pour, it could get its leg through. Do you see if it comes down here, look? You can see the problems you could have. So, again, this is a basic set. You can certainly get a set with a strap from here to here, but you can put one on yourself. It really doesn't matter, you know, just to hold it. You can hold it off this old bearing rein turret here onto here, just with a strap going underneath the soft part. It won't interfere with it. It's so padded, this, it wouldn't interfere, one thin strap going underneath. You could use one of these, I suppose, if you wanted to. You know, you could put that on and put it round, and it would work just the same. So if I put that over there now, and he goes down, look, and I just put it over that ring. Can you see how it just holds it there? Yeah? I'm not saying put it over this ring. I mean pass it through here first. But just that, it just hangs there, just keeps it there, stops it falling down. For every day, no problem at all. I haven't got any more, darling. We had to give him one. Is that what you think, my baby? You silly old boy, ain't you? Come up then, darling. Oh no, you can stay there actually. That's perfect. He must have made these films before. So there's our bridle. Again, this is a dead basic one. It doesn't come with any drop noseband, anything like that. But you can go, as I say, you can get one that comes with all them bits and pieces, if you want them. So, right, okay, so I'm just going to take that label off for a minute. Oh, my baby. So we're going to fit the bridle. Now, bridles are not hard to fit, as long as you remember some things. We want the eye ball, the ball of the eye, to be in the centre of this blinker. That's what we want, right in the centre there, yeah? So I've opened the noseband up, and I'll put it, come here, darling, come here, my baby. Come up, come up. Put this on your head, that's it. Come up. That's it. So I'm just going to put this on. Now, if we look here, this, I'm going to turn this back. Can you see? It is actually, I haven't adjusted it yet, but it just happens to be in the right place. So when that closes, that's dead, covering the centre of his eye. That's very comfortable. Perfect. It's only got one adjustment on these. Now, sometimes, come up now. Come up, it's a good boy. So, sometimes, as I've said to you before, you'll need a bigger noseband, just the way your horse's shape, the horse's head is. You'll need a smaller bridle, bigger bridle. Sometimes you need a small bridle but a bigger noseband, bigger brow band. At Heartland, I suppose all other companies do as well, I don't know, we'll do that for you. This isn't an advert for Heartland harness, it's just that happened we had one delivered, and we use Heartland harness along with some others. We have some American stuff as well. But yeah, I find it okay, real good. So this is the budget end of it, if you like, but everything's there you need, and with some minor bits like putting the inner tube on there and another strap holding it to the pad for everyday work, exercising, etc. is perfectly all right. If you want to put some proper straps on, they'll supply them for you, I've no doubt. So there you are, the bridle's fitted. That's nice. Now I have the forelock either side of this stay here. The blinkers look nice on him. this is comfortable. I'm going to take it up one more hole, see if I can. Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, maybe two actually. I'm just going to take that out. The reason I'm sitting down doing this, people say, oh, you mustn't do that with horses. Well, I know my horses. I know which ones I can do it with and what I can't. And he's a good little chap, this pony, real nice chap. And he'll work with me all day long if I want him to. Wouldn't you? Hey, you little old rascal. Okay, so that's good. So there you go, I'm happy with that, that looks fine. Noseband's in the right place. We don't want it past this point where the cartilage starts and we're going to inflict any pressure. Just there is nice. We've got enough room in here. Yeah, 2 fingers. That's a personal thing. The way you do it, you can get a drop noseband that comes up round here to stop them opening their mouth. There's all sorts of things you can add on. Okay, come round here, darling. Come here, baby child. Come here, my little boy. That's right. So I'm just going to do this up. Now, there's big controversy here about throat lashes. I have them fairly tight, yeah? I have never, ever, in all the time I've been round horses and driving horses, that I've seen one that I've put on that's been too tight. I've had people say to me, oh, I never had mine as tight as that. Well, when I put his head back here, look, right? He's not coughing or choking, is he? Come up, my baby. Come up, darling. Come up here a minute. That's a good boy. Do you see it? So I want to be able to get 2 fingers on that jawline, yeah? There. I'll just hold his head round. Come here, darling, this good baby. There. So I'm on the jawline and I've got 2 fingers, yeah? Coming straight up off that jawline. That to me is comfortable. This is nice here. There's other bridles you can get that have a piece cut out of the pole piece, this piece here, to accommodate the ear. But these seem nice. What I have done in the past, I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, not in any way. I'm saying what I do. Sometimes I remove that rosette, I'll just do it here and show you. Now, come up there, and I'll take this rosette off, yeah, and I'll put that strap into there, which gives me more room on here. Years ago, they'd have a set of harness with 3 holes. So you could only ever use 2, so you could use the front 2 or the back 2, yeah? So that's how that goes. So we put that back on, little rosette. That used to keep it apart. That was what it was used to keep, to develop the 2 holes. So there you have it there. Like that. So put that little keeper. So it just so happens that was in the right place. We're not going to put a bit in today. We can do, but you can see it would fit perfectly comfortable there. And there's plenty of room to adjust this up here. Plenty of holes in it to make this shorter. These are nice. They're rubber keepers. They're very strong. They last a long time. I quite like them. Put in, they got a bit of give in. If you look there, can you see? Look. So they've got some give in them when you're trying to pull it through and fit everything up. So there you go. That's your set of harness fitted. Any questions we'll gladly try and answer. If we get enough of this, you know, the same question, we'll gladly try and answer it. These films now are being done by remakes all the films, does all the editing, all the filming, everything. I mean, obviously, you know, I taught her everything she knows. But she does all the editing now and the filming and the sound and all this thing. But she's very, very good with the computers and the questions. But bear in mind, we do get questions from all over the world, seriously. Anyone that knows us, been here, the phone don't stop ringing from all over the place, you know, all over the world. So we answer all the questions we can. If we get enough people, like so many people have asked us about fitting a set of harness, then that's why we've made the film. If anyone wants anything done, and there's more than, you know, a few people that want it, then obviously we do it for you. The next film is going to be about putting this pony to the vehicle. Yeah, we'll just show you the vehicle. Actually, it's just sitting here, and you can see there's, you know, brand new vehicle for him. What we've done with this is to get the vehicle right. We've ended up with a smallest vehicle we can for this little pony. So the smallest, the lightest, yeah, vehicle that we can get for him, because this lass will be going out with her friends. There'll be 4 people on it, quite possibly, maybe. So we want to get the right one for him. In actual fact, it's quite interesting, this vehicle, although it's smaller that way, the splinter bar's the same height as one that fits a cob, so quite funny really. Okay, so that's it, that's fitting a set of harness. Any questions, don't hesitate, and we'll do our best to answer them as fast as we can.